of having free blood. My now, barely 2 years after returning from Paris, is now creating a name in wedding gowns and cocktail gowns. Less than 2 years after returning from a study in embroidery skills. And my youngest is graduating multimedia arts this year. I am so proud to publicly announce to you that all of my kids, at one time or another, they failed in school. I'm proud of them. They followed their father's footsteps. Do you know that it took me 6 years to finish high school? Wala pang K-12 nung ako. I earned my PhD in high school. PhD means passing high school with difficulty. That's right. I'm gonna address the mothers here in this place before I move on to my point. Is that okay with you? Oh, grabe. The mothers today are so competitive. The reason why I do 336 talks in a year, it is because I still give a lot of free talks, no pay. In schools, I give parenting and teachers and students. And later on, I'll tell you why. Guidance counselors are reporting to me the mothers today are so unbelievably competitive. They will barge into schools. Lulusubin yung eskwelahan. Dala-dala yung project at yung test paper. Bakit ganyan lang ang competition mo? Alam mo kung ba't galit siya? Siyang gumawa niyan. Uling-uling. Naawa ako sa mga bata ngayon. And that's why I think that the call center is growing so much here. You know why? Because, look, grabe ang spirit nanay na yan. Pag summer, kitang-kita mo yan. Pag summer, anak, summer, wala kang pasok. Umaga, mag-taekwondo ka. Tanghali, mag-violin. Mamayang gabi, mag-kumod ka. 3 years old lang yan. Grabe. May I tell you one thing? It is not important that my kids have high grades in school. What is important that they should have, number 1, high people skills. And number 2, they should have high confidence. If they have high people skills, by the way, Stanford Research Survey says success 87% people skills and 13% product knowledge. High skills, people high in confidence, but built on the foundation of godly character. Tama po ba? Pag wala yan, delikado, grabe. Galing ng PR, confident, criminal. Baka pumasok sa kongreso yun. And that's what you guys are doing. Later on, I'm gonna say a little bit more about that. Are you still okay? Yes. Now, I promise that I will make this very long. I know many of you are very hungry. But you know, technology is not the solution to everything. Somewhere I want you to hear that. Technology is not the solution to everything. Have you ever met people who are so techy, they make you feel like you're so dumb? Have you ever met people like that? Huh? You know what? The next time you meet somebody who makes you feel like you're so dumb you don't know computers, you just reply by saying, "Ma, why? Watch this short video." And I'll explain. How many among you can read lips?
Emma. Emma. Emma.
Please say, Emma. How many of you are in Facebook? Taas sa kamay. Facebook po. Facebook. Aha. Bakit hindi lahat? Sino nasa Friendster pa rin? Jonas. You know, people always ask me to bring books, but you don't have to buy my books. I just want to encourage you and your kids and your people in the call center to follow me in my Facebook page. You know, every single day I post something positive here. It started out as something interesting for me to do, but that Facebook page has already saved about 3 young lives as teenagers contemplating to take their own lives. Do you know that teenage suicide now is on the rise? And that's why it's not just being cute, having as many likes as possible, but you and I now are tasked with a heavy responsibility to not just make the young people prosper, but to make that success sustainable. And then let them live meaningful lives. And that will form the very core of what I'm going to say today. Question, how many among you are stressed? Taas ang kamay. Stress, Yung mga hindi stress, hindi nagtatrabaho yung mga yan. How among you are stressed? I like what the senator said. All the bad news about the call center, tell me a job that's not stressful. Diba? That's why life is a matter of perspective, isn't it? A lot of people complain. Sabi nila, ano bang klaseng trabaho to? Wala pang tulog. But that's one perspective. Eh, ba't nagagalit ka? Wala kang tulog. Matakot ka? Wala kang gising. That's another perspective. And then I've got people who come to me and say, Francis, tell me, should I resign from my job? I say, why? Well, I'm not happy with my job anymore. And my classic is, tell me a job where you can be happy all the time and I'll resign and join you. What are you saying? Some people don't understand. They're just small cliches, don't they? And then some people tell me, I don't like my boss. I said, why? He's from hell. And I said, that's why he pays you. But let me take off. One of the key attrition factors why your people leave sometimes, which is greatly ignored. The biological clock, the challenge, you know, all of these things that you get. But the fact is, your industry has so fast in so short a time. When somebody stays there for just a little short time, that person is automatically promoted to be a leader in the cluster, and that person who is supposed to be leading the team is the person who drives away the people because of the lack of leadership skills. Does that make sense? Don't have time to conduct training anymore. Just do it because I say so. I'm your boss. Well, the person is just waiting to leave and then get a higher pay somewhere else. Why? The position is there. The opportunity for career path is there. But that person has never been equipped with the values to handle that responsibility. And this is not just happening in your industry. And that's the reason why I get to train thousands of people all over the world now, all over the country. Can I be honest with you? Would you allow me to be honest? But first, I want to make sure I'm in a safe place, alright? Sino sa inyo, mabilis magalit katulad ko? Taas ang kamay. Only 5 honest people in this place. One more time. Sino sa inyo mabilis magalit katulad ko? Taas ang kamay. Thank you for your honesty. Pero yung mga tao mabilis magalit, sandali lang lumawala na yung galit. Am I right? So, yan ang katuwiran sa akin lagi. Alam mo, Francis, you gotta understand me. Mabilis na ako magalit, pero sandali lang nawawala na yung galit ko. Ang sagot ko, ganun din yung granada. Sandali sasabog, maraming patay. Di ba? Next question. Sino naman sa inyo, kalmado lagi, slow burn, always cool, collected, taas kamay, lagi chill. Habang galit na, kalmado pa rin siya kasi mabagal ang pick up. Yung magalit na din sila, kalmado pa rin siya. Tapos na-issue plus nagagalit. Did you guys promise me hindi kayo magagalit? Okay lang? Okay lang ba? Okay. So let me just teach you a little bit about leadership. Why is leadership so important right now? Because this is key. You guys are leaders in your field. Look, today, when the economy is growing, competition will grow. Does that make sense? And one area of competition now, where you are masters in it, is talent recruitment and talent retention. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, isn't it a fact? It is difficult to get good people. You may have so many applicants, but it's so difficult to get good people, am I right? And then when the good person comes,